Welcome, 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 everyone. It is Arkey Hodges here, president of the Black Achievement Fund, and I have the pleasure of being with a local ATL celebrity, Mama Nobabtu, also founder of the original Collard Green and Cultural Festival. And it is about that time again for this year's festival, correct?
Yes, almost here.
All right.
Hmm.
So we're going to go a little bit back for some of our guests who may just now be learning about the Collard Green Cultural Festival.
Okay.
What inspired you? I want to take it back to there. What inspired the Collard Green Cultural Festival, Mama
It's
Nabantu?
it's a little story. I ran an independent African Center school back in the day. Uh, we had attended a what we call a garlic festival in Gilroy, California.
A garlic festival?
Garlic festival.
Okay.
And when you go in there, it smells like, oh, it's so good to smell all that bread and pasta. They also had collard green ice cream,
Oh.
which was nasty. But it was free,
Okay.
you know. So they had a children's section. So I was with some smaller kids, and, my eyes watching the kids, but in my head, it was like, what vegetable can we as Africans celebrate?
Mm.
And all of a sudden it came into my head. It's like a epiphany. Collard greens, girl. I said, okay, collard greens, yes. So then I said to myself, I wonder if I could do collard green ice cream too. Anyway, I took it back to the board and they liked the idea of doing the collard green festival to help as a fundraiser for the school.
Okay.
But when I brought up ice cream, it was like, ain't no
Collard
way
greens and ice cream, we don't think go
it's
together,
not
huh?
gonna happen. I said, watch me. I'm gonna make it happen, right? So I knew a sister that she could take anything and make ice cream. So we got together, came up with a formula to make it. But at that time, this was back in late 90s, and we used a custard where you had to warm it up and the old way of making ice cream. And so that's the way we did it then. But when I came out here to Atlanta in 2010, I had all these people around me that was in plant-based, veggie, vegan folks, and somebody introduced me to a brother who was making vegan ice cream.
Mm.
So I asked him would he be willing to help me promote my collard green recipe, and he said, I don't think so. I said, well, can we just try it? He said, I'm willing to try.
Mm.
So we got in his lab, in his kitchen, and we tried it a couple of times till we got it right. This was completely raw, no cow's milk. And we put in, it was almond base, which it still is today. It was a cashew base, coconut cream, and we had sea moss that came a little bit later from a Caribbean sister friend of mine. She said, why don't you throw some sea moss in there?
Okay.
So we put
Making it
sea
healthy.
moss in there, Himalaya salt, and agave, and a little bit of what is it that you put in? Well, I'm gonna tell you all the
Yeah, don't give
ingredients.
us all the secret, all right?
So it became the collard green ice cream as it is today, pretty much. We have changed it again a little bit, but you'll see at the festival coming up the changes that it's made. And so basically, that's how the whole idea of collard green ice cream came up.
Okay, so the festival and the ice cream was inspired at the same time.
Yes,
Awesome, awesome,
yes,
awesome.
yes, yes.
This year marks the 16th anniversary or the 16th annual festival
In Georgia.
in Georgia. What is the secret of your longevity? You know, people start festivals all the time, but to get to year 16 is a monumental success. What's the secret?
Well, one of the things for me, when I decide I'm gonna do something, I'm not gonna change the date. I don't care who shows up. I don't care. I just don't have a thing about changing. I know people do that. Well, they get up to it and they get cold feet and they say, I can't do it. I have to do it a couple of weeks from now. I can't do that.
Mm.
And it's hard for me to take no. So I get beat up by my daughters. Mom, this can't happen. I said, it's going to happen. Because I have faith in the Almighty that whatever you visualize, it's going to happen.
Mm.
And that's how the festival has gone forth, is because I visualize it, I see it, and it happens, you know. And when there was times when I was doing it by myself, I didn't have all four of my daughters in the mix, and in my brain, I didn't have nothing written down, but it was like a puzzle. I had to make sure I had, you know, the logistics together, the artists together, the you know, the farmers together, the wellness part, the sustainability part, which really started here in Georgia when I came up with the Black Sustainability Summit, which I co-founded 11 years ago. And of course, Serena
Another
Turner
awesome.
is taking it to a whole nother leap, you know, and I'm so proud of what she's done with it, over 2,000 members now. So it's global. So they come and they present various things with the sustainability and the wellness pavilion that's been run by Dr. Linda, we call her Mama La. Um, she has been really good bringing practitioners in and healers in, you know, the bowl, the, what's they call it, the soundboards, the sound bowls,
Meditation, things like that.
meditation, detox, you know, trying to get our people to see that you don't have to depend on pharmaceuticals to heal yourself, you know,
Exactly.
that we can do it naturally. And that's what God made all these plants for us to heal ourselves. And our body is able to heal ourselves as well. So it's a way for people to learn how they can heal themselves and understanding that the collard green festival is not just about collard greens, but
That's one of the questions I was going to get to next because I know a lot of people think, well, is it all collard greens? And you just shared that it's about so much more than collard greens. And I like the fact that you add culture to the festival to
yeah,
let people know that this is about the culture, this is about health, this is about wellness, this is about sustainable practices, going
right.
back to the farm. Tell us some of the things that people can expect at this year's festival, in addition to some of those workshops and things that you just, because this is an event for the whole family.
Right, we have Sproutland for the children. We have all kind of activities for them to keep them engaged. And we're also going to have them to be able to take home uh, a pot of seeds with greens in it so they can grow their own greens when they get home.
Awesome,
Yes,
awesome.
so that's going to be a part of it. And so we have that, and let's see, we said we already talked about wellness and sustainability, and then we have these artists. This year we got a uh, a headliner, Sarak, which I don't know who she is, but all my young folks say she is really good, and she's going to be there, and she's got many followers. So she agreed to participate, pretty much half price of what she normally charges, you know.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, so we're excited about having a headliner there. And the fact that we at First African Church, because, you know, we have moved around in the metro quite a bit. You know, we started at the Shrine of Black Madonna for a couple of years. We went to the Bluff with Abel Mabel Thomas, who hosted the third year. And then former, okay, Jackson, Deborah Jackson. She was the mayor of Lithonia, and she had asked me a couple of years, can you come, can you come to Lithonia? I said, people don't come all the way out there. But sure enough, we put it out there and people did come.
Yeah.
People came and they were grumbling coming there. You know, some people, why do you want to have it way out there? But people came and they enjoyed themselves, you know, and it's a very comfortable feeling. And just collard greens in itself, when you eat them, it's a comfort food. And it relaxes people, you know, it puts people in a certain mood. I remember when I first did it in California, I remember sitting at a table with two Ravelries with people who don't talk to each other. And they were sitting there eating those greens with their hot water cornbread and having a conversation.
Awesome.
I was like, wow, it brings people together.
It really does. I've gone to the festival many times here in the Atlanta metro area, and I can tell you every single year we've had a great time. In addition to all of the things that Mama Nabantu has spoken about, she didn't mention there were horseback rides. There are vendors of all types selling all sorts of African merchandise, everything from clothes to wellness products to food. So it is a great time. And I'm glad that you do it in September
Why is
here in
that?
Georgia because the weather It's
Oh,
always beautiful for the most part
right.
with the weather.
Well, we're praying because it said it might rain that morning of the festival, but we see the sun coming out around noon, which is when we start.
Oh, it's gonna be fine. I'm a developer now, and I watch the weather now as part of my job. So I can tell you this far out, the weather's rarely correct this far out. You're gonna have a great
Right.
day on Saturday. Speaking of that, can you tell everyone where it is this year, the dates, the times, the location?
Yes, it will be September 27th, Saturday, September 27th, at First African Church on Salem Road in the city of Stonecrest. It used to be the city of Lithonia, and sometimes when you go to the map, you might see Lithonia, but it's actually now in the city of Stonecrest.
Okay.
And so it starts at noon and ends around 7. So, and if you want to do the ice cream, you got to come early because it sells
It
out
goes really
every
fast.
every year because I'm the only one doing it right now. But I am working with a business foodpreneur where they're helping me, like they help me get the labels and the what's the code that you have to
QR code,
not the QR code. Every time you go to the store, you got a
the
barcode.
barcode. Yeah.
So I have it. It's just that the graphic design is still struggling with what I want on it. So once that's done, it's gonna be in Seven Nine, it's gonna be back at Wadadas, and then I'm gonna have to get some workers. I have to get into a commercial kitchen, and the more people I have to work with me, the production will be a lot more.
Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome, awesome. So
because
if you have not had a chance to have the collard green ice cream, make sure you come out Saturday the 27th to get yourself a taste of collard green ice cream. When I first heard of it myself, I was like, you know, great idea. But when I actually had it, it really surprised me. It really surprised me. So I'm not going to spill the beans on the flavor profiles and all of those things because I want you to taste them yourself. So, First African Church in Stonecrest, Georgia, and for those of you who don't know, Stonecrest is a virtually all black town that was recently formed about 5 6 years ago.
yes.
So we're keeping the Collard Green and Cultural Festival in black spaces, which I love. She didn't mention that as well either, but it's
Right,
always
right.
has been on black owned land, in a black town, in a black community.
Right.
So maintaining that real black cultural essence and making sure that it doesn't get watered down or too commercial. This is one of the festivals that still feels like a homegrown black homecoming when you come. So I want to personally thank you for your perseverance. I know that it's not easy putting together these large festivals, and I've heard some of the horror stories with the logistics and having to change the venue at the last minute. So I want people to know that there's a lot of work that goes behind having an event like this. So please come out on the 27th and make sure that you support so that we can continue to have these festivals and these safe spaces in our community because no one else is going to celebrate us. No one else is going to celebrate our culture, and no one else is going to bring you the quality of event like Mama Nubantu has for the past 16 years. So I'm thrilled that we're able to do it yet another year. I'm very happy to be at a place to be able to help support by promoting, and hopefully we have some dollars to also put towards everything as well. And if you would like to donate to the festival, this is a nonprofit organization, okay? This is a nonprofit. This is not a for-profit venture. If you want to donate, can you tell our viewers how they can donate?
Right, if you go on our website, there's a way you can donate, and there's a system called Stripe, where you can just automatically just go straight to making your donation. The way it's set up is also a app called Vendorly, which a brother started some years ago, where the vendors and the organizers of events come together, and you can choose what events you want, and it can be accepted by the organizer or vice versa. The folks who are vending can look at the events and, yes, yeah, this might work for what I'm vending. So it's a way to merge those two together. And one other thing I wanted to mention is that we also have a souvenir booklet.
Okay, that's right.
And that souvenir booklet, hopefully will be out before the event this year. But it has a lot of articles in there about things that we need to know about as a people. You know, that's why I said it's more than just the collard greens. Like we have articles in there about reparations, articles about Black Achievement Fund. Hopefully we'll have an article from you guys on there. The Pan-African Federalist Movement, which is bringing into political existence United African States, Us Lifting Us, reparations movement that's going on right now in the city of Decatur. So, and then of course, we have a proclamation, hopefully it'll be coming from the city. And this year, one of my daughters created a puzzle that people can work on. And also she came up with an article about combining foods and to be careful how you combine your foods. And also, I just want to say the benefits of collard greens itself. It has to do with eye care. It has to do with, it has calcium in it, vitamin A, B, and C. Actually, A has 300% of the daily value that you need. Vitamin C has 50%, and vitamin K has over 1,000% daily what you need. So it's overall health in terms of dealing with anti-cancers like prostate, breast cancer, colon cancer, and it can help, I guess, guard you against osteoporosis. In fact, there's a brother that I know in California who's 104 years old. He eats collard greens every day.
Wow.
And he's very strong. He got his mind together, and he made up a collard green song. And I'm trying to get his daughter to send it to me. And he just sings it all the time.
Oh, wow.
And he loves collard greens. And he's just, you know. So, and I know people who live to be over 100 are usually folks who eat collard greens.
Y'all hear that? So make sure you're getting your helping of collard greens. Speaking of that, there's also a contest for the best collard
That's what I
greens. So
forgot about the
please, yes.
cook-off. Man, if you can cook some mean greens, first prize is $500.
You hear that? $500. So if you're in the Atlanta metropolitan area or even beyond and want to travel to the cultural festival and try your luck with our audience to see whether or not you have the best collard greens, it is a $500 prize and it's only $35 to enter.
$35 entry fee, yes.
Entry fee. So if you think your collard greens are hot stuff, we invite you to come out there as well for
Right,
the
men
collard
and
green,
women.
men and women.
We're gonna crown you with a crown.
Yeah, and vegan collard greens as well. I believe last year a
yeah.
vegan person won. Was it last year or the
Yeah, I
year
think
before
it
last?
was. You know, one year, some people got mad because a lot of people cooked their greens, but the one that won was raw green salad. But the judges love the taste. And we have a way that we look at not only the taste, how it smells, what it looks like, the texture, and all of those things together are important in terms of how you get the highest score in order to get that first prize.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, it's a lot going on with the cook-off.
Well, I am excited for this year. My family, we will all be out there in celebratory mode for this year's Collard Green Festival. And I'll close by allowing you to share anything you would like to share with our audience before we go.
Okay, well, it will be a treat for you, for every person in the family. I don't care how old you are, you will enjoy this festival. There's lots for everybody. We got people speaking about health on the mic, and then we got these great artists, local artists, as well as our headliner, Sarat. So I look forward to seeing you, and please come on out and enjoy yourself. We need volunteers too. If you want to volunteer, we have a volunteer sign up when you get there. If you want to do a couple hours to help volunteer, set up, break down. We need all the help we can get. You know.
Awesome. So if you're out there and you want to volunteer, there's opportunities for you, and there's still vendor spaces.
There are vendor spaces left, yes.
So if you're interested in vending, and can you please give us the web address?
Is Original Collard Green Cultural Festival.com.
Original Collard Green Cultural Festival.com. All right, and we'll also have that link below this video as well. So we will see you all Saturday, the 27th of September, from noon to 7 p.m. First African Church in Stonecrest, Georgia, for the 16th annual Collard Green Culture Festival, the original Collard Green Culture Festival.
And our logo, our saying is, eat more greens.
Eat more greens. All right, great saying. Thank you again, Mama Nobabtu, for putting this on for our culture, and hope to see all of you out there next week.
All right.